darling?
That was the most wonderful.
You wait till Friday.
It can't be as good as tonight. It could never be as good as tonight.
Had a good time, then?
I'm thirsty.
Tonight was it for me. Tonight was it.
You're still travelling, Marilyn.
I saw the world as it really is. I know now. I know everything.
We go to a cafe or something. I'm desperate for a cup of tea.
Yeah, come on, Tim, let's go.
Morning. How are we? Good, good, good. Thank you. Morning, Joanna.
Morning, Dr. Collier.
All right, ma'am. Nearly there.
Hello, Gwen.
Morning.
How are you?
Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, please. You said you wanted to come.
Not if he's there.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
You're a naughty girl going off without your pills.
I'm not going anywhere.
Now. Doesn't look as though they're doing much for her temper, Mrs. Garrett.
Well, she was turning into a... She's much more herself again now.
She certainly is.
Mum! I have to tell Dr. Collier about you.
Where's Marilyn? I want Marilyn.
She's staying over at Vicky's. You know her friend, Vicky. She's staying with her.
Why doesn't he go and stay with Vicky? I don't want him. I want her.
A reference to one lamp includes any combination of lamps.
Any combination of two or
Any
more
combination
lamps.
of two or more lamps. Whether the same or not.
Identical.
Whether identical or not. Having the same function and emitting light of the same colour.
If it comprises.
Oh yeah, if it comprises devices, the projection of the average light emitting source.
Aggregate light emitting. Dad, I don't think you're ever going to remember all this.
Of course I am. If your sister would just turn her music down a bit. Lynn, turn it down! Lynn!
She is better, you know. She remembers things again.
I think I preferred it when she didn't.
Still, it's a nice place.
Very. And now she's in there, I can come and see her more often.
You didn't have to chip in, you know. You'd have found the money somewhere.
Hi, are those for me?
Wayne.
It's no use giving you books till you learn to read. Oh. Here. Maybe when you grow up, you can drive one of those.
Ace!
Where's Gwen? Back to her old form, I'm afraid. One look at me and...
Oh, God. You better have a beer. To tell you the truth, I wish they'd never started on these trial things. People that age should be left alone, don't you think?
Marilyn back yet?
Haven't seen her.
I've ordered the new Life of Wilfred Owen. Someone she's doing for A-levels.
He'll be back for dinner. He knows you're coming.
Your phone now, Marilyn?
Yes, Mrs. Wilson. I've got homework to finish.
You girls. It's all work with you these days. When I was your age, I used to have some fun.
I'm sorry. I really am. Not like Marilyn to be so rude.
Never mind, Joyce. Don't forget to give her that book, will you?
All right.
Come on, Wayne. Move your bike, I'll run over it. See you.
Bye.
Morse. Hello, Joyce. This is a bit... No. Joyce, no.
Ah, Desmond.
Hi.
Have the rats tried that yet?
Come and see.
Good God.
Aggression down to 0. The more you put in the cage, the more they cuddle up.
Well, well. You'll get the Nobel Prize. For peace, if not for chemistry. But you're no use to me tonight. I'm dining at All Souls. I'll need all the aggression I can muster.
You certainly will if Matthew Hallett's there.
Science should be a collaborative process, Desmond, not a competition.
In theory, perhaps. But anti-aging research is a rat race.
Come on, James. Hallett's a jealous sod. And he hates my guts. And as Oxford Pharmaceutical Products hang on his every word, I'd really rather he knew as little about this as possible until the presentation on Tuesday. All right?
Well,
come on, I was up till dawn this morning, keeping ahead of the field.
Yes, well, about that.
I'll lock up. Promise.
But this is the third time, Desmond. I mean, we're bloody lucky no addict tried the door. What time did you really leave here?
About midnight. And I've said I'm sorry to everyone 999 times. And I'm sorry to you. Why don't you go and get drunk at All Souls, and I'll struggle on with my desperately dangerous drugs.
Well, the Chambertin is pretty remarkable.
Don't get it while it's hot.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Come in. Oh, yes, Lewis. Sit down.
Thanks.
How are you getting on with your homework?
All right, sir.
Osprey.
Yes, sir.
The objective structured performance-related examination for promotion from sergeant to inspector. I doubt if I could pass.
No, sir.
You better get the traffic regs off my heart, Lewis. I've known many a good man come unstuck on those.
Yes, sir.
Come in. Ah. Good. Now, the reason I wanted to see you. You've been with Morse a long time now, and the best of officers, and I do mean the best, they have their own ways, and it's very easy to fall into, well, to see things from only one perspective, you know? Now, you know and I know that Chief Inspector Holroyd is rather different from Morse.
Yes, sir.
And before he retires, I've asked him to take a special interest in career development. Which means you. Now, you listen to him, Lewis. He works by the book, I know, but it's the book that's going to get you through part 1 of that. And on down to devices for part 2. We all want you to do well.
Thank you, sir. But what about Chief Inspector Morse, sir? Who's going to look after him?
Well, he's going to be looking after himself for the next few days. He's gone on leave. Some friends of his, their daughter, took an overdose. Suicide. He's trying to help the family come to terms with it. Sugar?
I can't understand why. If only I understood why, even if it was my fault.
Teenagers get these depressions. Things at that age, they get them all out of proportion.
She wasn't depressed. I'd have known. I'd have noticed.
She was all so bright. That's what I can't understand.
We got on so well together. She told me everything. We didn't criticize. We never said a word like some going on and on at their kids. We didn't push her. We made a point of never.
You were always very loving parents, I know that.
Then why? Am I going to tell Mum? I'm going to tell Mum.
You've got the makings of Inspector Lewis, I don't deny that.
Thank you, sir.
But I have the impression that your routine's got a bit rusty. Proper procedure is what police work is all about.
Yes, sir. We're here, sir.
So you handle this your way and I'll just watch. And if Morse has set your feet on the wrong path, well, you won't mind a few hints from an old hand, will you? Well, off you go, lad.
I'll belt him when I see him. You see if I won't. I'll give him a thrashing you'll never forget. I'm supposed to be working, or I'm supposed to be bloody working.
Charlie!
Imagine staying out all day and night and not telling us. Not telling his mother. He's with some tart, you can bet on that. Dirty little bugger.
Constable Williams says your son told you Saturday evening that he was just going out for a drink with some of his mates. Is that right?
Just because he started up at Cowley, he thinks he can do as he bloody well.
Charlie!
Well,
calm down.
He went out at about 9 o'clock. They've been missing now for almost 40 hours, right? And he hasn't got his pills with him.
That's just it. He's epileptic, you see. He could have fallen down and had a fit anywhere. Phenytoin, they're called. He needs to take 2 phenytoin every day. He knows that.
He's never gone off without them before?
No, never. Jacko's a good boy. Always has been.
It's a pain in the bloody arse. He couldn't have taken a few pills with him?
Well, he could have, but, well, he's never done it before.
Right. Well, now, I expect the constable explained to you that most missing youngsters turn up in the first 24 hours. But as Jacko hasn't, and as you think he hasn't got his pills with him, do you have a photograph of Jacko?
That's him this summer. He's got one of those new high tops now.
Bloody hooligan.
You live above here, right?
Mm.
Would you like to show me Jacko's room, Mrs. Lever?
Yes.
And perhaps Mr. Lever could show my colleague around the workshop.
I'm so sorry. Your mother's made such progress as well. She, I mean, before she would hardly have known who you were talking about, would she? Well, would you like me to go with you, or perhaps Matron?
No. We'll manage. Keith and I.
I am sorry. You can't win, can you? Cure their senility, give them back heartache.
She'd have got into Oxford. No trouble at all. We'd even got to the point of discussing which college.
Tell me, Sylvia Plath, extraordinary writer. Dying is an art like everything else. I do it exceptionally well.
I utterly reject your implication. Utterly.
What implication?
Sylvia Plath committed suicide. And teenagers are so sensitive, it's not safe to let them read her poems. But a banned Shakespeare too, hadn't we? All that murder and adultery. And Milton. We all know Satan has the best arguments. As for restoration drama, you know, if you policemen had your way, no one would read or write at all.
I'm not here as a policeman.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's just that one hears that point of view so often these days, and it's so crass.
She and I used to discuss the books you set her. Wilfred Owen last time. We both like Wilfred Owen.
Oh, that was the spring term, actually.
Was it? Well, I don't get over as often as that. Browning now. When did you do Browning? She couldn't be doing with him. Whereas I suppose because he comes into crosswords.
Marilyn took a very balanced view of Plath, as a matter of fact. She was able to discuss the poems quite separately from the life of the poet. I really can't believe there was any connection.
What will her friends say when they hear?
I don't know. Personally, I don't think I could find the words to... The head's going to make an announcement at the end of classes.
All right, come on then.
You mustn't mind my husband, Sergeant. It's only because he's so upset. He likes his music.
Don't they all?
Mm.
And their shoes. You should see my daughters.
Oh, you've got kids then?
A boy and a girl.
Oh, we've just the one.
And he really never stays out without telling you?
Only the once. He and his mates have been to some disco in Slough. They often go there on Saturdays. He'd miss a last bus, but even then he rang to say.
Girlfriends? Your husband seemed to think...
No one special. He's serious, a serious boy. Charlie only talks like that because
There's no
he's...
trouble there.
They get on very well, really. Charlie just gets so worried about things.
There's no way under the roof, is there? A lot of missing kids, they're just hiding somewhere in the house.
He's not here. The constable looked. I think you should search the Ruffets. He sometimes walks there when he's in a mood. He could have had a fit. Well, anything.
We'll have a look tomorrow morning. But I expect he'll have turned up by then.
Right, if it's good news, leave a message. If it's bad, forget it.
We're getting there. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
Have you sourced the bigger rig for Friday?
Yep. I spoke to Rob.
It just wasn't loud enough.
Relax. It'll all be sorted for Friday.
This is wicked, guys.
Cheers. Wicked. You've done a good job. Can you guys do without Sally for tonight? I've got some business.
Yeah, we're going up the Angel House.
Well, I'll see you all tomorrow then.
See ya.
Listen, guys, I really appreciate this. Cheers. See you later.
Bye.
What? What business?
Your place or mine?
Come on, put it on.
Where's Mum?
Down the wine shop, translating. It's Cyprus Sherry Week.
So who got your tea, Lynn?
Gran.
Marvellous. Lynn! Turn that down, for God's sake!
It's taught to ask for things, not yell.
She can't hear unless I shout, can she? Well, it's worse than Morse's bloody opera.
Bitch.
Lynn! Turning this place into a disco!
Gran! It's Wogan! See what happens when you don't set an example?
You shouldn't be watching that rubbish, mate. You should be doing your homework.
Done it!
Yeah, well, I haven't done mine, so can we please have a bit of peace and quiet? Lynn!
What?
What's your homework?
Personal and social development, and I've done it.
Okay, quiet, everybody, quiet! So, you all know about these. But the head doesn't know you're all out at night and day like I do. He thinks you need a refresher. And I don't have to tell you why, do I? Well, but the message, it seems, isn't getting through to the people most at risk. Which means you, with your insatiable young lusts.
Yeah.
Which we adults never experienced, of course.
Where do we come from, then?
All right, Simon. What's this? Who are you?
I was looking for Vicky Wilson. Terrible thing.
Thanks.
Terrible for the family and her friends, of course. You must be... We can't understand it, Vicky. None of us can. Can you? Did she give any sign?
Never.
You were her great friend. I was hoping you might be able... I don't know what goes on these days, you see. I don't have any children of my own, and that class of yours, sex education...
It's called personal and social development.
Is it?
You don't think we should learn about sex?
No, I think it's a good thing. But, there wasn't anything like that in my day. At my school. Grammar school. It was all boys, of course.
Well, some things have changed for the better then.
Oh, yes, yes, a lot. But, being 15, 16, 17, I imagine it's still pretty difficult.
Marilyn never did anything she didn't want.
Her mother and father, they think that she didn't have a special boyfriend, but did she? Someone here, perhaps?
Have you seen the boys at this school?
What about you?
No, thanks.
Do people respect you for that, Vicky?
Some do and some don't. I think it's just common sense.
Was she ever depressed?
No. Well, aren't we all sometimes?
Had she been recently?
Not especially.
You're not being very helpful, Vicky. Is it because I'm old? You think I'm too old to understand?
Understand what?
You were almost the last person to talk to her. She must have said something, given some indication.
She didn't. She didn't say anything.
All right. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say anything, Lewis, not yet, but there are reasons why you complete the interviews before you do the search.
I think the leavers have a hunch.
Everyone who comes into a police station has a bloody hunch. That's why you have procedures. 9 times out of 10, the interviews save you wasting time and money.
Yeah, well, that's
what I realise that to Morse and his like, these are not considerations which apply. But if you want to get on...
I can thread a needle. Look! I might even take up needlework again. I used to be very good with cushions. I could even do tapestry.
A couple of months ago, that old lady could barely feed herself.
Really?
Very impressive. Thank you, Dr. Hallett.
I'm afraid I always seem to be cast as the wet blanket on these occasions. And it does occur to me that these nootropic drugs, Sirenics, is it?
Seraphics. And I have trademarked the name.
Very well, Seraphics. They are new.
They could hardly be otherwise. I've only just invented them.
My point is Dr. Collier is testing these drugs entirely in accordance with the proper guidelines. Of course, I wouldn't dream of suggesting anything else. But he is testing them on old people.
They are designed for old people.
We have to be very careful about committing ourselves to a drug whose long-term effects are, by definition, impossible to discover. Ethically, that is. And as businessmen, well, I don't think I have to remind anyone here of a certain anti-inflammatory drug or of the size of the compensation payments that had to be paid.
There's no similarity whatever. Really, Hallett, you know that as well as I do.
In my view, no responsible pharmaceutical company can commit itself to Seraphics till much greater research has been completed.
Train driver never saw him.
Jumped in front at the last moment.
Could have had an attack, fallen down.
Oh, come on, Lewis. The hell was he doing in there? You saw the body. Is there any note? Always better when there's a note. Makes it easier for the coroner.
Could have blown away somewhere.
Yes, well, you like the mother so much you can go and tell her her hunch was right. Come on.
Give information about individual callers.
Oh, no.
People wouldn't trust us.
No, I suppose.
Sit.
It's just that she gave no sign of anything at home, you see.
Well, you do have to recognize the signs for what they are, of course.
Isn't it, for most people anyway, isn't it more a gesture?
Depends. Tea?
Please.
If you take a few aspirin and leave farewell messages with all your friends, you may not have a very serious intention to do away with yourself. But no note and 100 pills.
I suppose if it had just been a gesture, she'd have wanted to be there to see its success. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense.
Suicide very rarely does, Mr. Morse. That's why we are here. Would you like to talk it through with someone?
You said rarely, so it can make sense.
Was she religious at all?
No.
Belief in an afterlife does stop some people. It stopped me when I was very low. Oh, yes, some of us have been there, Mr. Morse. In my case, I thought I might be punished if I arrived, wherever it was, before I was invited. But if I thought life on Earth was all there was, well, it can be hell on Earth sometimes, can't it?
Why should she think that? She had a wonderful life. Marvelous future.
No one ever knows what goes on inside someone else's head. And someone once told me the average teenager in any 24-hour period shows symptoms of every known psychiatric illness.
Are there many cases like this, then? Absolutely without explanation.
You seen this? Very similar. A girl, Leighton Buzzard. Again, no note. There always is an explanation. In the end.
post-mortem. Whenever you're ready. See you.
Charlie, it's Vicky. Listen, can you call me, please? Something really awful's happened. It's terribly important. As soon as possible, please. Number's 0344 300 575. Please. Oh, not after 11 because of my mum.
You went to Leighton Buzzard? That's outside our area.
It's a very similar case. Teenage suicide, just like our two. No note, no reason.
You don't think it could be one of these crazies, do you? Like those turtle things? Well, you just better keep on asking around. Although, strictly speaking, your personal interest should preclude you from any involvement. You do realise that, do you?
I'll pretend I'm still on leave, if you like.
No, no, as long as it's not an actual relation. Kids. They're as bad as Special Branch. You never know what the blighters are up to.
We were all young once.
I can't imagine you young, Morse.
I can imagine you.
Anyway, it's all changed. And kids nowadays. You just don't know. My son, he's got a face like an angel. He takes after his mother. And you know what he was doing while we thought he was out playing football? Holding up cars at traffic lights and demanding money with menaces for cleaning the windscreens.
Innocent enough?
You call that innocent, lying to us like that? No, you don't know, Morse. Kids are creatures from another planet.
If I need an interpreter, Lewis has kids.
Oh, Lewis is still with Holroyd. Well, I have to find something for him to do till he retires. And I wasn't expecting you back for days yet.
Well, I'm back now.
Hi, Mum.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just a bit tired, that's all. I'm gonna go upstairs and lie down.
Tea?
Later, thanks. Charlie?
Vicky? Sorry, darling, I didn't realize you were on the phone.
Mum, will you stop listening in on my calls?
In my opinion, Morse, Lewis hasn't been given a proper grounding in the basics.
If you're going to retire, Holroyd, just get on and do it.
He'll never make inspector if he doesn't follow correct procedures.
Well, if you'll proceed out of my office, either properly or improperly, I really don't mind.
Take this Lever case. Lewis thinks he was very clever listening to the parents, but he spent so much time cozying up to them, he missed what was staring him in the face. The father's a sadist. There's a bloody great leather strap round his waist. Wife's scared stiff of him. Abuse. That's what this case is all about. Physical and probably sexual abuse.
Ah, Lewis. Chief Inspector Holroyd was just abusing you.
I thought I felt something.
Yes, well, I've said my piece. So, do you remember what I said, Lewis?
Anything particular, sir? You said so much.
He couldn't solve the problems in the rainbow.
The what?
The children's paper parents approved of, Lewis. I wasn't allowed to be no or dandy. They weren't morally improving.
I'm sorry to hear about your friend's daughter, sir.
Yes, well. Now, what about this Lever boy? Holroyd says that he thinks there may have been abuse.
Rubbish.
That's what I like to hear. Reasoned argument, logically developed.
Lever blusters a bit. Mrs. Lever, Well, the Chief Inspector thought she was frightened of him. Really, she's frightened for him. He's so upset. You should see him now. He can't stop crying.
Might that not be remorse? If he was abusing the boy?
He wasn't. I'm sure of it.
Right, then. Now, look at this. The pins mark the place where unexplained teenage suicides took place in the last couple of days. Now, what do they tell us, Lewis? Nothing. Right. So tell me about Jacko Lever.
Bright, popular, just started his apprenticeship at Cowley, doing well. He had epilepsy, but that didn't seem to be a problem. The pathologist says he's got something he wants to show us, though.
Right. I can't see a connection. Different towns, different schools, different social classes. The only common factor is the distress and bewilderment of the families.
Plenty of that.
And their age. There's something about a teenage death. All that potential about to be realized, and then...
I think any kid, if it's yours.
He died of multiple trauma. Well, of course you do if you walk into a goods train.
You said you had something to show us.
Oh, you don't like those? And perhaps this is more your bag. It was in what remained of his stomach. It's hardly started to be digested, as you can see. So it means it must have been taken shortly before he died.
It's phenytoin.
No.
Some sort of poison.
All drugs are poisons, but this one certainly isn't fatal.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. Well, I do. The chromatography identifies the chemical constituents, what's actually in it, but I don't know what it's called. Never seen that particular combination before. But I'm pretty sure it's what the trade describes as a mood enhancer.
Oh, is it ecstasy?
E, we call it, Lewis. It has a few components in common with E, but whether it has the same effect... Do you want to try it, Morse? Well, mice are all very well, but we do really need to know the effect on the human mind. Oh, go on. Oxford is where Lewis Carroll made Alice eat the mushroom. Lewis.
No, thanks, sir. Not in front of the Chief Inspector.
Is he a snob about drugs? Ruthlessly destroying 1 million brain cells with every glass of beer, and then violently denouncing the young for the use of chemical stimulants.
Look, are you suggesting this boy
did an Aldous Huxley? Yes.
Huxley? Is that Brave New World?
I think Dr. Hayward is thinking more of the doors of perception, Lewis.
Heaven and hell, actually.
When Huxley was dying of cancer, he got his wife to inject him with LSD. He had this notion, you see, that he would enter the next life in a state of euphoric bliss.
Oh, I can see the point of that.
But suppose he had a bad trip. Suppose there is a next life and he ended up in hell instead of heaven. Or suppose there isn't and he died in this one, in a torment of hallucination.
Would this stuff be difficult to make?
An A-level student could make it. If he could find the materials. That's where you should be looking, Morse. People are experimenting everywhere these days. Oh, I've passed the formula on to the university, by the way. We don't have the guinea pigs here.
You wouldn't try that out on students.
No, no. Guinea pigs. Real ones.
He didn't have anything wrong with him, did he? I mean, apart from the epilepsy, he didn't have...
Well, it's difficult to tell, but from the pieces I've seen, I'd say he was one of the healthiest young men I've had in here in a long time. Stupid little fool. All the world before him. What the hell did he want to go and die for?
Vicky, can I come in a moment? You shouldn't lock this door. There's only you and me. Vicky! The longer you keep it back, the worse it will be.
bottling things up never did anybody any good, love. I've learned that.
I don't really know what I think yet, Mum. It's too soon.
Yes, of course. It's dreadful. I hardly know what I think myself. I tried to ring Marilyn's mum to say... Oh, you know, they must have left the phone off the hook.
You don't like Marilyn's mum?
Well, at a time like this... Is there nothing you want to tell me, Vicky?
No, why?
Oh. Police will want to see you. Ask you questions. Are you sure there's nothing you know that...
Chad Valley. That's what we call them, Mum. Thames Valley Police. Anyway, I've seen them already.
You never said.
Didn't I? Got time for a bath before supper, haven't I?
Don't be too long in there.
Hard time.
Supper's in 20 minutes.
Vicky, 5 minutes. Vicky! Vicky! Vicky!
Vicky? Vicky, what are you doing in there? Vicky? Are you all right? Vicky, will you please open this door? Marilyn Garrett. She was a strange girl. Oh, she looked all right. Spoke well enough. Well, it wouldn't melt in her mouth, but she wasn't... Well, there was something... Well, she was very clever, of course. That was the trouble.
What trouble?
Well, she could sway Vicky, bend her to a will.
How exactly?
Well, you've met Joyce and Keith Garrett, I expect.
Yes.
Well, yes, well, they're decent enough people, I'm sure, but... Well, Joyce's father was only ever a taxi driver. Keith... He's never done very well for himself.
Your own business seems to be doing pretty well.
Oh, this? Yes, well, this is what you do to cheer yourself up when your husband runs off with another woman.
Hello? That again.
What?
Jack O'Lever had one of these. Something like.
So did Marilyn. Marilyn Garrett.
Yes. Well, she would have. Vicky always liked nice things till Marilyn. I hate it.
Just what are these things, Lewis?
Fractals, they're called. New geometry. Computer generated. To do with chaos. But why, if a butterfly flaps its wings in the Amazon jungle, you have a hurricane in the Himalayas? That's what they say.
How long has she had this?
Months and months. But it's not going to be here when she comes home.
What the hell?
They're ads. Flyers.
What for?
Parties. Oh, go on all night, look. Midnight to 8 a.m.
Does Vicky go to all-night parties?
Of course not. She's not allowed out after 11, unless she's going over to...
Where did she say she was going last Saturday night, Mrs. Wilson? Marilyn's? Marilyn told her parents she was coming here.
That's the dreadful rubbish they're always playing in here.
But that's... There's something in here. Stop it, Lewis. Play that bit again. That's the Hallelujah Chorus, conducted by Sir Adrian Bolt. Parents. So often it comes down to parents.
Oh, yeah.
You get on all right with yours?
Yeah, mostly. When you're a kid, you don't realise, do you?
They quarrel much?
No, not really.
Mine did. Got divorced when I was 12. I stay with my mum, of course. Well, you do, don't you? And she didn't have a fancy man, whereas my dad... I'm telling you this for a reason, Lewis, so there's no need to go spreading it all over the station.
No. No,
Gwen, she is called Gwen. And they had one baby, Joyce. And then, when I was 15, my mother died, so I went to live with them. Nowhere else to go. And my dad and I, we got on all right. But Gwen didn't like me then, doesn't like me now. Don't ask me why. He didn't do anything special against me. It's just a steady accumulation. The drip, drip, drip of humiliations, hatreds, when you're that age. So I suddenly thought, sod this. I'm getting out of this. Not worth it.
Well, you ran away.
I decided to kill myself. And I thought of all the ways of doing it. Then I put them in order. 1, 2, 3, all the way down to about 15. Which would hurt me most, which would hurt Dad, which would hurt Gwen. I even thought of which would hurt little Joyce least. I like Joyce. And I thought, oh, that's pretty bloody clever what you've just done. Because I'm vain. I was vain even then. And then I thought, well, if you're clever enough to have done all that, well, it's a waste of a good mind.
I can just imagine you saying that.
No one can imagine someone else's pain, Robbie. It's the human tragedy. But I made a vow. I wouldn't forget, I would never forget how awful it is to be 15. I've forgotten, of course. Everyone does. But I've been trying to remember. For Marilyn Garrett. She was...
I never knew you had a niece.
I don't go trumpeting my kith and kin around like some of the good mentioners. I just thought you ought to know before you meet them. We're very concerned about Vicky's disappearance. Was there anything odd about their relationship?
No. They were best friends, that's all. Perhaps I don't know what that means. Girls and these days.
Girls always go about in pairs. To stop each other doing something stupid. Don't you remember me and my friend Di? Oh, no, that was after
Boys are
you
just
left.
the same at that age. Best friends. Nothing, you know.
I had a best friend. Stuart, his name was. Went in the Air Force.
Joyce, I'm sorry, but last Saturday night, Marilyn and Vicky weren't here, and they weren't at the Wilsons. Where could they have been?
Do they go to discos?
Well, yes, sometimes, but it closes at 12 o'clock. And they didn't like it there. They were drunks and rough types.
Anywhere else?
I don't know. I just don't know.
One of these kids, a young lad, had been taking drugs. You don't think...
No. Not Marilyn, never.
Of course not, Louis. Anyway, anything like that would have shown up on the post-mortem. She wasn't that sort of girl at all.
Never. And we always kept our eyes open. Well, you have to these days, don't you?
There was never anything like that with Marilyn. Nor with Vicky that I know of. Never. But what could they have been doing? Where could they have gone?
Mom.
Fractal. Some sort of anagram. L.A. Craft. Rat calf. Doesn't sound like a real word.
Well, computer speak.
If they're made by computer, how can they be chaotic? Computers are based on logic.
I think... I don't know.
Nor do I. On this case, Louis, if it is a case, I feel I don't know anything at all. What do we know?
They went to a party last Saturday night, perhaps.
If only we knew where.
Is there one of those for Slough?
Marilyn wouldn't go to Slough.
Jack O'Lever went there. Can't have been very wicked. He told his mum.
Here's one. Angel House.
Maybe it only operates weekends.
Chaos has come again, then.
It was in invented by a weather forecaster, you know.
What was?
It's chaos theory.
Can't be right, then.
Couldn't understand why the most careful forecasts turned out wrong.
Nor can anyone else.
Till he started feeding in little details that scientists wouldn't bother with. And what he found was that if you change one tiny element in an equation, it can have a huge effect.
Well, what do you think is the apparently insignificant detail we're missing, Lois?
Can I help you?
Oh, yes. Yes, we're looking for a young girl, Vicky Wilson. I believe she comes down here sometimes. Please. You the manager?
Sort of. Vicky, what's the problem?
She's run away from home, I hope.
Oh, dear. She's not here, I'm afraid. Do you want to come in? She usually comes with a girl called Marilyn.
That's right. Were they here Saturday?
I think so. Yes. Early part of the evening.
It gets a bit rough later on, I believe.
Who told you that?
Marilyn's mother.
She ever been down here?
What time did Vicky and Marilyn leave on Saturday night?
Same time as everybody else.
Midnight? You close at midnight?
No, closed early. After they went. We never do any business when there's a party.
What sort of party? Birthday?
They probably said so.
What do you mean?
Oh, dear. Youth culture's a bit of a mystery to you, is it, officer?
You could say so.
Yeah, well, young people, when they say parties, what they mean is drugs. Now, I don't allow drugs down here. I'd lose my entertainment's license. Of course, I can't stop it altogether. But this isn't London, where anything goes. You people are always poking your noses in. So, anybody who doesn't like it, they can shove off.
These two girls aren't the sort to take drugs.
Oh, well, I won't argue. Most of the time, you people are trying to plant drugs on people, not take them off.
You are aware, sir, that Marilyn Garrett and Vicky Wilson are under 18.
Where did they shove off to last Saturday night?
I'm sure your local colleagues could tell you that.
Why don't you? Where was this party? In someone's house?
Somebody's warehouse, I expect. Ask the drug squad. What you do is you rent a space somewhere, say it's a private party, and really there's nothing much people like you can do without getting very heavy. Which I'm sure is the last thing you'd want to be with kids. After all, some of them may even be your own. They're quite nice drugs. It's not heroin or crack. Nothing evil.
All drugs are evil.
Please, Inspector.
How do you know all this? Were you there?
Oh, I'm much too old for parties. I may be getting married soon, for God's sake. But the drugs the kids like nowadays, they're not addictive. Really.
That's what people like you always say.
What do you know about people like me?
I know a young lad may have died because of these nice drugs.
Who?
Jack Oliver, and possibly a young girl, too.
Dead? But how? What happened?
They killed themselves.
But the things they were taking, they don't do that.
What things?
Don't know anything about it. I wasn't there. You answer the drug squad.
What sort of hours do these people keep? Same hours as the druggies, sir. Can't hang around all night.
Hi, Bill. Got a spare cell?
Think we can manage that, Sergeant?
Mike, do the charge sheet, will you?
Could I have a word, Sergeant?
He was carrying this, cannabis, some of these, amphetamines, and a few of these, ecstasy.
Ah, yes, E.
Who do you know about that?
A certain amount.
About £1,000 worth at street prices. So he's a dealer, all right, but a small dealer. Half the people who go to these parties are small dealers, selling the stuff onto each other.
This party on Saturday night, did you know about it?
Good Lord, yes.
And you did nothing about it?
Well, we had a look. It seemed genuine enough. No money being taken on the door. If it's a genuine private party, there's really very little we can do. unless we recognise a dealer or see drugs actually being abused, which we didn't.
What do you mean exactly abused?
Well, we didn't see anyone actually imbibing any illegal substance. The drugs were all inside the people before we got there. Besides which, there were 300 of them and 3 of us.
Not all kids indulge, do they?
Most of them. Look, I have a hell of a lot to do before I go to bed.
Where was it? If we knew where it was, who organised it?
Pilston, the old brickworks. Your best bet would be to speak to the estate agent in the morning.
So you think I should call my mum?
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Oh.
I'm not going to go home.
Oh?
My mum's an aromatherapist. I mean, honestly.
You don't have to go home, do you? Just call her. I mean, she'd be worried sick about you. Especially if your mate's gone and... You know what I mean. She'll think you've gone and done the same.
Why do you think she did it?
I don't know.
Couldn't have been the Seraphim.
Oh, no. It's not a downer, is it? Well, then. Was she seeing somebody? How do you know? Do you know about me? Well, then. Best friends are the people you keep the best things from.
You know, I really loved her. So much. I just can't understand that she was so...
Look. She was an intelligent person. And if she did what she did, at the end of the day, we all own our own bodies. And we can do what the hell we like with them. You've got to accept that. All right? Phone your mum.
What shall I say?
Well, sorry to upset her. You're fine. You'll be in touch. All that sort of stuff. Oh, yeah, and not to call the police. Just want to be yourself for a bit.
You sure they can't trace the call?
No, of course not. Go on.
Hi, Mum, it's me.
You always leave the front door open.
Always. Just in case by any sad mischance something exciting should escape the lab and be found on unlicensed premises. No alibi like pleading guilty to another offence, eh, Mike? It is Mike, isn't it? So, what can I do for you at 3 a.m.?
I've had the police round.
Not for the first time, I imagine. Hang on to that. Don't worry, won't bite. Promise.
There's a girl went missing after Saturday night.
Yeah, well, girls will always go missing.
I also think a kid may have killed himself.
Why?
I don't know. They think there may be 2 kids.
Suicide pact?
They wanted to know about the drugs.
What did you tell her?
Nothing.
Great. Put that back if you like.
Wasn't anything funny about last Saturday's mix, was there?
Did you think there was?
No, but 2 kids.
Look, the whole point of my drug is that it makes you happy without getting carried away, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Well,
but
there is no but. This is a totally butless drug. If the police weren't so stupid, I could explain it to them. What a drag. This next party's the last of the year. They're going to try and stop it, aren't they?
They don't know about it, I don't think.
Well, there you are, then. What are you worried about? Let's make it a good night. What's the matter? Don't you believe me?
I think I'll wait till the party.
Do it yourself.
Any number of light-emitting surfaces which A, are juxtaposed, B, if on the same transverse plane, occupy not less than 60% of the area of the smallest rectangle.
Charlie, oi, Charlie, come on. Desmond's been trying to get hold of you. He's coming over now, Charlie. Come on, get up. Charlie? Charlie? Oh, make him a cup of coffee.
Starter homes. God almighty.
First step on the ladder.
To where? What sort of life do we offer our young people, Lewis? School, if you're lucky, college, then marriage, a starter home, then children, a two-bedroom semi. If you do well, you've just about got to 4 bedrooms when your kids leave to buy starter homes of their own.
Don't want to pay rent. Money down the drain.
This British home-owning democracy we're all so proud of, it's really a form of slavery.
An Englishman's home's his castle, you know.
Man was born free, but everywhere he's in the property chain.
Clients clamouring at the door. Well, how can I help you, gentlemen?
Rentals. Industrial rentals.
Right. Well, you've come to the right man.
So I believe.
Nothing like getting in early. That's when you get the work done.
That and last thing at night. I believe that's your speciality.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Charlie?
Yes, I do,
The man came to my workplace.
No.
He came to my lab, for God's sake!
Right then.
So there's just if you just blabbed him out.
I better leave a note.
What for?
Well, he won't know where I've gone.
Vicky, he's in the studio today. He's not even going to remember you were here. Come on.
We're not going to go to jail, are we?
Well, we're not going to go to jail because you're going to keep your bloody mouth shut.
In the current state of the market, the developers are grateful for any little cash crop that comes their way.
And you let this factory out to whom?
Well, it wasn't exactly a let. More an informal...
What was his name?
Winston Churchill. He paid cash in advance. They're very fly-by-night, these people. What takes off as Virgin often lands as Air France. Though rarely, of course, the other way around.
It sounds as if you know them quite well.
It used to. But you can't go on living for fun forever. I really don't have anything to do with...
Getting married, eh, you say?
How the hell did you know that?
And what is he like, this Mr. Churchill? White? Black?
Oh, white. They're all white, the organisers.
What age?
Late 20s.
How did he know about you?
I met him at a party. No, honest to God, it was a cocktail party in a tent at Henley during last summer's regatta. The regimental band were playing on the lawn.
Matthew, let's get the electricity on.
Yes, sir.
The place will be bloody freezing.
But what would a 17-year-old boy want with an anti-aging drug?
Well, when people's memories start to go, it's often not enough oxygen getting to the brain. So Dr. Collier has devised...
Seraphics. Dilate the capillaries to increase the oxygen uptake. If a person with normal capillaries were to take it, they would probably get a
terrific high.
I would have thought more a feeling of extreme clear-headedness.
Is it like what kids take then, before exams?
No, it's quite different.
Could it do them harm?
No.
Well, it hasn't been tested on youngsters, of course. The young do have a much more volatile psychosusceptibility. Sudden surges of extra oxygen to the brain might, well...
Might it depress you? Make you want to take your own life?
The opposite. I mean, not that this boy gave it time to work. Couldn't have affected him at all. I wouldn't have thought the amount he got before he...
Well, if it's so new, this drug, how would he have got to know about it?
Well, it's like this. Since this pill is going to change the lives of every old person in the world, the research labs are dying to get their hands on my formula. And since my entire future depends on their not getting it, I left the lab unlocked on Saturday night. Classic Freudian slip. But I spend all of Sunday afternoon, most of Monday, counting the pills, and I'm almost positive there's none missing.
Almost.
Well, we do endless variants trying to find the right mix. If someone ran in here, grabbed a handful and ran out again. What can I tell you? Won't happen again. I promise.
I didn't like to say anything. It's not really my field, but...
What?
It was certainly analecithin in young Jack O'Leaver's body from somewhere. If it didn't come from that pill, it must have come from another. Like the girls.
What girls?
Well, after I'd found it in Leaver's body, I thought we'd better check Leighton Bassett. Definite traces. So then I rechecked Marilyn Garrett. I missed it the first time round. Well, 100 aspirin give you a massive hemorrhage.
She can't have. She wouldn't.
It also has the effect of reducing the serotonin. Some neurotransmitter needs serotonin.
Did you find it anywhere else? Or only in these Seraphim?
Morse, you all right?
Clear-headed. He said it made you very clear-headed.
Yes, well, we missed our chance there, didn't we?
Whoever gave them that drug is a murderer.
It's always been such a gentle scene. I don't want to be the one to... So what do you think?
When is it?
Tonight.
Oh, God.
All right, I'll do it. Well, I was getting out anyway. Wasn't I?
I don't know about drugs. I missed the 60s.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
They were happening all around me. I was based at Windsor when the Rolling Stones played on Eel Pie Island. I was just never in the right place at the right time.
Well, you don't like rock and roll.
I like sex. I've never taken drugs, of course.
Wouldn't you have tried them if they'd been offered?
Too frightened.
What of?
Of what, Lewis? Of what? Losing control, I suppose. I know I drink a bit, but drugs. You don't know what demons drugs may let loose.
Might be angels, not demons.
You ever tried?
Smoked cannabis once.
When was this?
Newcastle.
Needn't have asked, need I?
Some of the lads wanted to try it, just to see, you know. And there was this pusher that we'd arrested, so took some stuff down a club
And what was it like?
Nothing much. Just made my head spin.
Then what's the great attraction? I mean, why do they get addicted?
Well, they don't. Not with cannabis.
Exams? Exam pressure? Is that what these children had in common?
Chief Inspector Morse's office. Who? Oh, yeah, right. Tonight? Hello? Hello?
Who's that?
Didn't say. There's a party tonight.
How do you usually find out?
Local force sees what's going on and reports back. Too late.
Kids find out, all right.
They listen to pirate radios.
Well?
Well, they're only on for an hour or so. You need to know the frequency. It's a closed world.
Jacko. Jacko Lever.
What?
We had a radio beside his bed. Tuned into nothing or so I thought.
Oh, Sergeant, I thought you were the taxi.
Could I come in a moment, Mrs. Lever?
Well, it's Charlie's. It's just a mild one, but they're keeping him in for 24 hours. Stress the thing.
Very painful, I understand.
Now he's left his specs and he's useless without
Mrs.
them.
Lever, I'm sorry, but I must have Jacko's radio.
No, we don't want anything touched. Nothing.
Just his radio. If I could just pop upstairs to his bedroom. Here's the taxi, look.
Is that what passes for modern music? You're not tuned in, lad.
Don't touch that.
Sir, Lewis, don't touch that, sir.
Yes, sir.
But you need an aerial, lad. Brass band music, that's what I like. That's the stuff.
Something wrong with the beer, sir?
No, it's me. Something wrong with me.
What, for God's sake, is that?
Shh. Sir?
Right, a big shout going out to everyone who was down at the Pilston Saturday night. You really made it kick. And Kevin, if you're listening, don't worry about it, mate. It's sorted. Tonight, of course, we're going to be getting angelic again. A special venue, I've been told. The Garden of Eden. We're going to be going back to nature. So call this number, 0839 81 9001. It's going to be a good one, folks. 0839 81 9001.
Number? What number?
Double check. You have to ring in at the last minute. I'd give it half an hour. They'll send you to a collection point first. On the M25, usually.
It's eclectic, Lewis, this music. That's the basis of it.
I don't hear any guitars.
No. It's a collage. Magpie music, a bit here, a bit there, all mixed together.
Hello? M40 interchange. They're waiting to go. Thank you. What's going on?
Hello, Sarge. Some sort of party. You invited?
No, but we're going anyway. Where is it?
Oh, search me. I just don't want him on my bloody motorway, that's all.
What is that?
Let's party.
You know what this reminds me of, Lewis? Pied Piper of Hamelin.
My kids used to love that.
Out came the children running, all the little boys and girls with rosy cheeks and flaxen curls.
And sparkling eyes, and teeth like pearls, tripping and skipping, ran merrily off to the wonderful music, with shouting and laughter.
And we know what happened to the children.
Swanwick Park. Never heard of it.
It's a good house, Paxton. He built the Crystal Palace. Used to have the best collection of Murillos in the country. They're in Texas now. It was a hospital for a bit, and then a school. And last time I was here, it was a nunnery.
When was that?
What did you do in your school holidays, Lewis?
Not very much. Played football.
I went cycling. I used to go around looking at parish churches, country houses. Anyone's home was better than my own. Well, we can't go in there. We'd stand out a mile. We're not even wearing trainers. What exactly happens at these things?
I don't know.
Get a torch, Les. Beautiful piece of architecture. Wasted on nuns.
Well, I don't know. Out of everybody's way. No bothering the neighbours with their music and bells. Plenty of parking space.
They were an enclosed order, Lewis. They didn't have cars. Breaking and entering, Lewis?
Yes, sir.
Get on with it, then.
Hey, look at these. They must be 50 years old.
We're not buying the place, Lewis. Come on, we'll miss the party. Up you go, Lewis.
For God's sake.
All right, sir. No one can hear with that music.
Lewis, what you can't see. Give me that thing. I don't know why you're wearing that stupid hat.
A bacchanalian orgy. What orgies were more sex?
Ah, but personal and social development, Lewis. Sex isn't safe anymore. Maybe this is what you do instead.
There's Lizzie, look.
And there's Vicky Wilson, thank God.
Which is she?
On the platform, in front of that baby. What do they drink?
Water. Down there. Really gets you, doesn't it?
Not me, Lewis. Not at all.
on, Lewis. Bastard. The evil bastard. He got away.
Look, you're not going to go to jail. Home if your mum will still have you. A home otherwise. What is it like? Just tell us what it's like.
You love everyone in the world. When you touch someone, you want to touch everyone to show them how much you love them. You see it all from heaven. The whole thing.
Then why did Marilyn want to end it? Because she'd seen everything and there was nothing more?
I'm thirsty. Have you got Coke or tea? Sure, I'd really like his tea.
I made an error, an excusable one perhaps, but still an error. I kept trying to remember what it was like to be young. The memory's too personal. I should have been imagining, trying to imagine. I was miserable, so I thought all kids are miserable. I forgot the hours I spent imagining what it was like to be happy. I forgot my dreams. Those kids, they were happy, weren't they?
Looked it.
So happy, they thought. Suppose you thought you'd found the secret of life itself.
There isn't one, is there?
That's what's really wicked. To make you think there is. To make you think you've seen everything there is to see at 16. That you've had the best of life before it's even begun. To make you think there is nothing left to live for. I hope that man's in hellfire.
You don't believe in hell?
I wish I did, though. Tonight, I really wish I did. Go home, Lewis. Go and revise your traffic.
Thank you, sir. Lynn? Where'd you get this music, love?
Off someone at school.
Who?
A friend.
Which one?
No one you know.
Lynn,
Dad, I've got an exam tomorrow.
good night, love.
Good night.
Got to have something when you're young. Something that's yours and no one else's. I only read poetry to annoy her. What's this rubbish, you'd say? I owe all the things that I love to the fact that she couldn't stand me.
She was jealous.
Of me?
Of your mum. She'd had all that time with Dad before her. Hasn't forgiven her yet.
It's pathetic. We call ourselves grown-ups, but all the time. I loved Marilyn. Loved her so much. I wanted her to be and do all the
She
things.
wouldn't have done, you know. She'd only have been herself. Just herself.
I know. All the same.
If you'd had kids of your own, it's what people say. They're only lent to us. But before you know it, there's a person there with very different ideas about things to you. You don't love her any less. But you see, there's no... You want to mold them and protect them and keep them forever. But you can't. They're not yours.
Don't be scared.
You must try and forgive her. I am. Trying.
Well, I better go. Hell of a lot to catch up on.
All right. See you.